even though I'm in this process, I am not ignorant. What's good, family? How y'all doing? This is Jedidiah, Chicago advocate, and as you already know, I'm always have something to say, because ain't nobody gonna stop me from having a voice, especially when I want to get a message out to my people. And if something happens to me in this life, all the things that was in my heartbeat is definitely not gonna be deniable to be there. But I'm leaving the Langston Criminal Court building. I just got out of court, and I'm gonna kind of paint a picture to you all to see exactly what I just experienced in that courtroom. But before I get to that, I wanna once again, for the third time, I wanna thank every single person that have had the heart to reach out to me, to be supportive, to offer and extend prayers. Phone calls, messages, texts, tweets, and Facebook messages. I want y'all to definitely know that I do feel the love and the support of the people. Of course, you get a few idiots, but they don't outweigh those, at least that I can see across the country, that are supportive. But what I will say is that today, just a little while ago, this is going to be reported on every news station, and even though I'm in this process, I am not ignorant to how things go, and I am not going to speak on certain aspects of this situation, but there are certain aspects of the situation that I will speak to, and I'll let my lawyers handle the matters in court. But what I want to say to black people in particular is that this is intimidating when you don't know who you are. This is scary when you don't know whose you are. And I want to remind every man and every person of color that just because you're accused don't mean that you have to operate like you're guilty. And it is not always in your best interest to take a plea or to plead guilty or to cop out of something. Sometimes you got to trust God, and you got to stand when you know that you've not done wrong, and you got to let God sort it out. And if you can't believe in God, then I'm going to tell you, the next time that you are accused, especially when it's false, you got to give God a chance to be able to get you through it all. But a little while ago, I was stood inside of a courtroom with 6 to 8 police officers on my right side. Police officers that I remember. And I don't have to speak about what they did. It's on a video that's going to be going on my page very shortly. But I stood by those 8 officers, and they asked the state's attorney's office via their lawyer that they just got to recuse herself, not to recuse herself, but they asked the judge to give them a special prosecutor in the matter that I'm facing as it relates to advocating for Aretha Gustis, justice for Aretha Gustis. And it's justice in the sense that I still cannot define if it's right or wrong to have advocated for him. I hold no regret, but knowing this one thing, that the #1 piece of evidence, which is the audio from that day, has never been released, and we still ain't got that audio. But we always want to talk about how people should respect a police department that would do such a thing as it relates to something that could clarify an entire situation that has affected an entire community. But here it goes. A little while ago, I stood there with these 6 to 8 police officers on my right. I felt every bit of their disdain for me. These are the same individuals that I'm supposed to expect to protect and to serve in my neighborhood. Some of them I see patrolling our streets in the city, but I ain't gonna get into all that. But I stood there in the middle of the state's attorney's office, those 8 officers, the lawyer that they have, my own lawyer, the people in the gallery, God, and those that came to support me. And I'll just put it like this. The state's attorney decided to recuse herself from my case. Did not need a ruling from a judge. The judge did not rebuff that, and neither am I. And that makes me now even more free to be very clear here that even though she recused herself from my case and I have to deal with the special prosecutor, I still stand with Kim Foxx. And I believe that the assault against me today in the criminal legal system was not about me, nor was it about justice, but it is all about an agenda and a message that's being perpetuated against a black woman. And somebody said, well, Jedidiah should not have taken the picture. And this is what I want to get to y'all. How many times are we going to keep on allowing our lives to be defined by what we are afraid of? Why do I have to be afraid to take a picture with a black woman that I personally have pride in being the state's attorney of one of America's largest counties? Why would I have to be afraid of that? And why did it have to be reduced to attention seeking? Why couldn't I use the little attention that I get automatically to stand by her when it looks like the Democratic Party and nobody else will? And I hold no regret for that. I hold no regret for that. And that's like I just put on the status of Brian Gorman, and I mean it from the depths of my heart. Is that just because they accuse you of something and just because you accused of something, well, here go black men. If they accuse us of stuff, then I guess we'll never be able to stand up for no black woman or no black child or no black brother that's innocent, because guess what? We are already criminal in this system. So why do I have to hold my head down as a man that the law states is innocent until proven guilty? I understand the perception. And so today I take the lump, but I hold no regret. And I still, now that she's not even a factor in my case, I make it real clear that Kim Foxx is still my interest of being the state's attorney, and I still support that black woman 100%. And I believe that the assault against her is all because she is making the legal process more equitable in Cook County. And if you don't stand behind Kim Foxx, especially if you're a person of color, then you have not looked at the line that's been drawn in the sand. And today, that was not about Jedidiah having a fair trial, because they didn't even want the trial to be tomorrow, which it is. And I deserve by law a speedy trial. They wanted to delay the process. That was not about Jedidiah. It wasn't about justice. It wasn't about the interest of justice. That was about Kim Foxx. That was about the FOP assault against her. And so when I hear people say, you do advocacy, this guy, Brian Gorman, put on his page, you know, Jedidiah from the JJH. What the fuck is attention going to do for me in this? I get tired of people saying that things in advocacy. Stop reducing advocates to being attention-starved. Because guess what? Haritha Gussis is dead. I don't see none of his family members around. No disrespect to them. There is no advocates that's still holding up his bloodstained banner. But I'm sitting here fighting criminal charges for the case. So if I needed attention that bad and I had to put myself in this kind of balance, then something is really wrong in my head. And it's not the case. Advocates do not need attention, especially ones that's been doing it for years, because we get enough. I want you to understand this. I want you to listen to me. That tomorrow my mom and my family is going to have to interrupt their schedules and their lives, and they're going to have to stand with me in court, even if people in the community don't show up, and I believe that they will. But that's not the point. The point is this, is that we got to stop criminalizing each other, and we got to stop the self-hatred, because I saw a line of blue that was unbreakable. And even though I saw in their petition all the lies that they had put out there, they doubled down on those lies, and they stood together in those lies. And we as a community got to learn to do the same. It doesn't matter who the messenger is, but the message is what we need to listen to. And I'm telling y'all from the depths of my soul, listen to my heartbeat in this. No, I do not hate all the police. I think that there are some very great police officers, and I happen to know quite a bit of them. I happen to like my superintendent of the Chicago Police Department. But I'm going to tell you this, there are some police officers that do not deserve to wear that badge. There are some police officers that are in our neighborhood that they could not care less if we were safe or that we were serviced. And those are the police officers every single day that I wake up to make sure that they don't have a good day, because what I believe a good day to them is hunting black and brown bodies and causing us to be incarcerated, perpetuating mass incarceration, which is modern day slavery today. And I make no qualm about it. And so no, I'm not going to talk about my criminal case. I'm going to let that be handled in a court of law. But today, Kim Foxx did what I believe she had to do. She did the right thing, but I make it clear, I never said that I worked for her office. I never said that I worked for her campaign. That's a fucking lie. It's a farce. All of that stuff, majority of that stuff in that petition was a lie. And this is what I want to be clear here. A lie never stands. Because when I stood flat-footed in that case, ready to actually respond to those lies, I didn't have to. She removed herself. So the FOP, you don't get the satisfaction of falsely laying at the charge of this woman things that she don't deserve. And what you've done, I am not working for Kim. I'm not organizing with Kim. I am not talking to Kim. I am not with her campaign, and I'm not with her office. But what you have done, I want to thank you for freeing my mouth. And now she has nothing to do with my case. I'm going to deal with it, and I'm going to let God deal with my case. But I'm going to say this. I, Jedidiah Brown, could go and have held everybody accountable across the board, from police to people in the neighborhood, from Donald Trump to Barack Obama, from the rich to the poor, from black to white. I I stand with Kim Foxx, and I will not stop standing with Kim Foxx. And guess what? I want my state's attorney, that black woman, to be the best damn state's attorney that this Cook County has ever seen. Yes, I know that there are problems in my neighborhood with shooting, with black on black crimes, but you do know what else I do know? You ain't never put a dime in it. You're not upset that they sent $1 billion to Lincoln Yards, because if you did, you would be standing up against that. Oh, you know what else, FOP? Just like I said on Fox News today, I remind you that as the fraternal order of police, while y'all got all the money and y'all got all the organization, you should actually be fighting to make sure that the conditions for the police officers are better so that they'll stop wanting to commit suicide. According to what I understand the fraternal order of police should be doing, you should be fighting so that the detective division could actually solve some of the damn murders that you all are not a part of and the ones that you are. I think that if the FOP understood what your role is, you will actually put money and resources into your police officers having better understanding of the neighborhoods that they patrol. And you will also make sure as a fraternal order of police that the police represent the demographic that they're serving. All of this witch hunt against Kim Foxx is baseless, and I believe God is with Kim, and so am I. And so today, I'm not afraid. Today, I am not scared. Today, I will not be silenced. And today, I'm telling black people, stop taking the plea if you are not guilty. And even if the state's attorney recused herself, I don't believe that God has, because he'll never leave me nor forsake me. And how do I think that this is racist? How do I think that this is racist? It's really simple. Go back and look at the press conference. But I will be clear here with this last point, is that people cannot listen past offense. And today, when I stood in that courtroom, I realized that there are some people who are against me in this simply because they don't like Obama. There are some people who are maybe, and there are some racists who would have liked to walk the line, but they can't walk the line because it ain't in their heart to do it. They hate that Obama was even mentioned and Michelle was even mentioned. I had to realize that there's some some white people who don't want racism called out. And so they're upset that Jussie Smollett they don't even want him to have a life. They don't want him to have a life. They don't even if he lied or he didn't, they don't even want him to have a life. And because she was the state's attorney when he was in there, as a black man, they want to come out. They want to come out against me because I believe that Kim Foxx, and they're talking about where there's been a lot of crimes that have not been handled properly by her office. Every single day, the Cook County State's Attorney sets an agenda, but she has assistant state's attorneys, and a lot of them are white, and they make decisions based on the heartbeat of the leader. And at the end of the day, even if she's not in the very courtroom making the direct decision, she is responsible for what all of them do. And today, I didn't see Kim Foxx. I saw a white man who spoke on the heartbeat of her office. Now, do I know that she has the ability to respond? But do you know that while I sat in there waiting for the answer to my own case, I saw one after another, a black man, a black woman, a black man, a black man, a black woman, a black mother, a black man, a black woman be assigned to courtrooms throughout the damn courthouse. And so if you don't think that when I was sitting in there and I'm looking at cops laugh and agitate and bully and gangbang, and if you don't think for one second that we need a state's attorney in office that wants equity in this system, then you the problem. And to the fraternal order of police, do your job that you organized for. Make the city better. And guess what? We like Bebe's kids. We don't die. You take down one advocate, it's going to be a rise of another one. Because as long as there is oppression, it is the will of God that there be a voice prophetically out somewhere against it. And I'm serious. I am not. So tomorrow, I'm going to be in the court. I'm going to be facing this. And I said it earlier. There's one thing that I go to bed at night with peace about. All of my criminal court cases are because I decided to stand for someone else. I ain't selling drugs. I ain't gangbanging. I'm not doing anything but giving my people a voice. And that's okay if I got to deal with a little bit of uncomfortability for that. So I love y'all, Chicago. But Kim Foxx has, no, ain't no but. And Kim Foxx has recused herself from my case. And even that, I can tell by looking at that damn lawyer. They were so upset about that because they didn't get to put her in her place. God! I don't care what nobody say. I looked at it and I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it with my own eyes. They looked at it and the man said from the state's attorney's office, Jedidiah has never worked for her campaign. There's no relationship. But we don't even have to worry about the motion because we recuse ourselves from the case to even shun the very appearance of something being unethical or impropriety. And he said, well, I just want to come against those 2 points. Why? Because you just wanted to say something. You just wanted to do something. The judge said, I don't have to make a judgment against this. The state's attorney's office has the right to recuse themselves independently. But I can see it in them just festering. They hated that they could not tout to say, we put her in her place. No, she did what was right. And though you slay me, God, yet will I trust you. And so tomorrow, I'm going to court as a man, not as a criminal. Oh my God. Hold on now. Not as a criminal. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I did. Look at that rat. Y'all got some big rats over here. Ugh. Hey, Stewart. Not as a criminal, and not fearful, but I go into court knowing that if God be for me, he's more than the world against me, and no weapon formed shall prosper. If you are not busy tomorrow, then I pray that you will, if you not come to court with me in support, I pray that you will even at least pray for me. And this is to the city of Chicago. Unorthodox, yes. Rough around the edges, yes. A little crass at times, yes. I'm not the typical Christian man. I'll pray for you and I'll say cuss words in the middle of the prayer. But if you don't realize that after 17 years of this, and even right now, I could, if I wanted to, just get the hell out of here and be fine. But I wouldn't be fine inside because instead of dealing with this, y'all, to be honest, I'd rather be dealing with the violence in our city and our community. But what the, I call him back. Y'all just got rats just roaming through the city like that. But I love y'all. I love y'all. I love you. I love you, Chicago. I love you. I don't need attention. I love you. I don't need fame. I love you. I don't need money. I love you. Chicago. I don't need to. I didn't get elected twice, but I'm still here fighting for you because I love you. I get accused of all kinds of things, but I don't stop because I love you. I've had many offers in other cities to live other places, but I don't go because Chicago, I love you. There are times when I made mistakes. I didn't get it all right, but you know what I did? I was not afraid to apologize, to get right back to it, and I love you. I almost gave up on life itself, but guess what I did right after that? I got right back to fighting for somebody else because I love you. And I want you to get that if nothing else. I don't want nobody else to run my narrative. While my name be dragged all through the media this morning and they talk about something that's not there because they reaching, I want the one message that I need to give y'all myself from my heart to this city. I love Chicago, and I believe that if we actually start loving each other, we can get out of the mess that we in. I'm tired of seeing us dead. I'm tired of seeing us suffering. I'm tired of seeing us marginalized. I'm tired of seeing us disconnected. I'm tired of seeing us disenfranchised, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best as somebody that's often, sometimes even defined as unlovable, to love y'all because I know the power of love. It don't always feel good. It don't always look good, but damn it, 17 years, I'm still doing it because I love this city and I'm not going to stop. If they want to take me down, let them try, but they got to get through God first. I love y'all, Chicago, and I really do mean